Are you struggling to get those PMC kills on dorms? Your factory raids never seem to go right? Well, like me, you probably suck at this game. That's why you need to create every advantage that you can. What's up guys, it's All Fun and James Zero, and in this video I'm going to show you one simple trick to massively improve your point firing accuracy, which can mean the difference between life and death when you're fighting in CQC situations. Well, just like on my CV, I may have told a little white lie. You see, it's not so much a trick, but instead it's an item, the AN/PEQ15 tactical device. Or is it the ANPEC? I don't fucking know, to be honest. There are other devices with the same functionality as the ANPEQ15, but they have -2 ergonomics compared to the -1 of the ANPEQ15. Bloody hell, what a mouthful. So we'll ignore them like AOC ignores Ben Shapiro's request for feet pics. Now, some of you may have realised that point firing in this game is actually fairly accurate. At least, the first few shots are fairly accurate. If any of you have watched any of the big names in Tarkov play, you've probably noticed that guys like Pestily and LVNDMARK actually point fire quite often. This is because the time spent going from a neutral stance to ADS can be longer than it actually takes to kill a person, especially if your gun has a low ergonomics score. Therefore, it's usually better to point fire in CQC than it is to aim down sights. But that's not the whole tip, there's still 2 more inches to go, baby.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, the more astute amongst you may have noticed that a lot of the best players also use these IR flashlight attachments a lot of the time. If you're like me when I first started, you might be wondering what the fucking point is. They barely light up anything and you can hardly see the light they produce at distance. And the point of tac lasers are obvious. They show you where your gun is pointing and help you with point firing. Flashlights also have a clear purpose. They help you with target acquisition and to see where you're going and can quite effectively blind enemies. So where do IR flashlights fit into this, and why do a lot of the good players use them so often? Well, you see, it's not just tac lasers that help with accuracy in close quarters combat, IR flashlights do as well, and it doesn't just stop with helping you figure out where you're aiming. Perhaps the biggest benefit of using a tac laser and infrared flashlight is the effect it has on your bullet spread. Let's take a look at some footage. Now you can see a slight difference in the bullet spread between the two, the first with the infrared flashlight off and the second with it on. However, the Vector has an incredibly low recoil, so even without the IR flashlight, the spread isn't that big. So instead, let's try it on something with a bit more kick and a bigger mag to really see how much of a difference it makes. It's like night and day. We can clearly see the difference between the two, and it's plain to see the benefit of using this item. But, I hear you ask, why the infrared flashlight specifically? Surely the laser pointers have both the benefits of reduced bullet spread and also seeing where you're aiming? Well, my response to that is, stop asking questions while I'm talking. It's rude. Where was I? Ah, right. Yeah, laser pointers versus IR flashlights. Well, the answer is pretty obvious. You can actually see it in front of you, and so can the enemy. See, the problem with laser pointers is they're a dead giveaway. How many times have you been walking through the mean streets of Tarkov and noticed a laser dot near you before immediately running to the nearest piece of cover whilst narrowly avoiding being one-tapped? Well, surely I can turn the laser off and then turn it back on when I need it. Well, sure, you could, but as you may be aware, audio in this game is very important, and anyone who has played this game for more than 10 hours will likely recognise the sound of somebody turning their laser pointer on, which ruins the element of surprise if you're approaching somebody unannounced. Instead, the IR flashlight can be left on for the whole raid without giving you away in the slightest. No clicks of the button as you turn it on and off, no red dot floating around near your enemies to give you away, just sweet bullet spread reduction and a measly cost of 22,000 rubles. So that's it. It's really that simple. Literally just a matter of sticking this item on your guns and using point firing more often in close quarters combat, and you will see your success rate go up so much. Because in a game like Tarkov, every second counts, and the sooner you get firing, the sooner you get that kill.